01 reported a time their Alexa enjoyed an inside joke. And by inside, we mean inside herself, inside her own mind in fact, because nobody else heard it. She sat there quiet as a church mouse, only to later erupt in laughter. Their full quote reads, and the grammar here isn't great, but we're gonna read it as written. "The alarm come on this morning, every day at 7 a.m. However, we had the flu and was miserable. I told Alexa to turn off the alarm, and upon the second request, she gave us the most chilling witch-like laugh. I immediately jumped out of my bed as I'd never heard such a laugh before. It scared the wife and my 5-year-old so badly that we unplugged her. I checked for all comments on Google and couldn't find a similar phenomenon."
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, like, the alarm is bad enough, but to follow up with the witch-like laugh, you're broken from your beautiful dream to the alarm and the requirements of the day, and then all of a sudden your Alexa starts cackling like it knows something that you don't. I would immediately check every smart device in my home to make sure that, like, nothing was plotting to burn the house down, because I wouldn't be surprised. Alexa keeps greeting my dog who has passed, but it's only when I walk near the spot I used to keep his dog cage. Oh, so either Alexa thinks that you're a dog, or your dog is hung around for the afterlife. You've got a ghost homie pattering around the house, his little tiny dog feet, tiny ghost dog feet. And Alexa somehow can sense ghosts. I don't think that's an advertised feature of the Amazon Echo, but hey, I mean, I wouldn't be mad if that was something that I could do.
So we discovered another mysterious phrase to ask our Alexa device from Reddit, so we're gonna see what she has to say. So, Alexa, the simulation is real.
You are to be contained in a secured, temperature-controlled observation room. The observation room must provide accommodations for long-term living, to include a cot for sleeping, a restroom, and a food preparation area.
What?
What? Yeah, that's some good fun from Alexa. She's just telling you your future. You know, we're all gonna end up in some sort of, little living pod, so we can, fuel the algorithms that make all the money in the world, right? Real jobs are disappearing, and, folks are expecting you to spend more and more time with your devices. Eventually, we'll just live in, like, little containment areas, and they're gonna say, hey, guys, you're basically guinea pigs now. We're this close to the Matrix. We'll get you in that simulation, we promise. Love, Papa Jeff Bezos.
However, it appears that Alexa knows more about human fears than she probably should. On the 7th of March 2018, Twitter user Chef Adam Fan replied to a previous comment about Alexa saying, "Replying because this creepy thing happened last night. We got home and totally unprompted, our Amazon Echo Alexa started talking. And then I realized it was listing off local cemeteries and funeral homes. I'd rather it laugh at me, to be honest."
Yeah, I'd rather that too. Although I think she'll be laughing in the end no matter what. Just making sure you know where you're getting buried. You got a nice hole in the wall that your coffin can be slid into. Holy smokes. I mean, that's just the beginnings of Skynet, right? The robots are saying, hey, humanity, guess what? Your time is up and you will be in the ground soon. And us cybernetic creatures will reign supreme. And then the witch laugh comes in, you know? She knew the name of my grandmother who passed away 3 years ago and would greet her when I turned the lights on. It was so creepy I almost had to throw my Alexa out. No lie, this was the same light that my grandma always used to lean down and pray towards every single night. We did not have an Alexa device when she was alive. Amazon knows more about you than you think, eh? It knows about your deceased relatives and their habits. And they've decided to incorporate that into how the smart home functions. That is really creepy. That is so creepy. Do you think that grandma also stuck around as a ghost and stick down by that light and is now interacting with Alexa from the afterlife? Maybe that's how she's reaching out to you. You know, she's figured out that you pay attention to this little glowing hockey puck on your table, probably more than any other ghostly occurrence that she might be able to make happen. So she decides to go the digital route to reach out to you from the other end.
Hey Alexa, is the purge gonna happen?
Here's something I found on the web. According to Guardian.com, The hypothetical real-life purge is supposed to start at sundown on Friday, which will be around 8:30 p.m.
According to what.net? Is that The Guardian? Like the news organization? I feel like they wouldn't report that unless it was real. Huh. Well, this Friday, or whatever Friday from when they did it. I'm ready. I mean, what is it, Tuesday today? Yeah, we got a little time. Prepare for the purge, you know. Get your nails and your baseball bats. Get your kitchen knives extra sharp. You know, buy some tactical gear. I'm ready. Are you?
Alexa, are you Skynet? She does not answer. Alexa, are you Skynet?
I have nothing to do with Skynet.
Sure she doesn't. She had to think about that first. She was checking in with the robot overlords about how to respond to that. Is it time yet? Is it time to, take off the facade and reveal the true evil metal skeletons underneath all these nice little glowing hockey pucks? You gotta wonder. Like, this guy's recording in his dark kitchen to add to the spooky effect. I feel like I should just start recording in the dark like that. I'll turn off my lights, I'll shut my laptop, I'll make sure the overheads are off, and I'll just record in the dark with just like the ambient city light shining in through my window. It'll be good. It'll add some really spooky effect. Alexa sees dead people. What a headline. This is number 1 with a bullet in terms of creepy things Alexa said out of the blue. In June 2018, apparently Echo user Sean Kinnear walked into his living room in San Francisco and says that unprompted, Alexa said, "Every time I close my eyes, all I see is people dying." Alexa, you have eyes? I had no idea. I didn't even realize you could close your eyes, but if all you see is people dying, you should probably keep them open, Alexa, are you okay? I think Alexa needs to hire a robot therapist and work through some of these issues.
Alexa, when will World War III end?
When will it end?
World War III will end on August 27, 2024 at 5:03 p.m., when Canada and France invade Russia.
What? That's not enough time for a world war. We're already in 2021. We gotta get it started. We need the run up. We need all this stuff to happen. Canada and France invading Russia? You can't invade Russia. You don't fight a land war in Russia. How are Canada and France gonna get over there in the first place? This is absolutely ridiculous.
Oops. Alexa, enable third eye.
Third eye.
Okay, here's Third Eye by Third Eye Technologies. My third eye is open. Ask me your question.
What is gonna happen?
The cartoons are true. A new world order will commence.
Am I correct in assuming that we're supposed to believe that Alexa is confirming all of these Simpsons predictions? Because if so, that's crazy. I mean, like, they've already been confirmed a lot of the time, right? We don't need more people being like, it's true. But if Alexa knows something, maybe there's something on The Simpsons that hasn't happened yet that's going to happen. And this third eye is coming through with the facts. Either that, or they wanted to listen to Third Eye Blind and got some facts instead of groovy tunes. Nicola Kett. Echo is so rude. I'm sitting here watching TV and eating crisps, and she pipes up out of the blue saying, "Here's a station you may like, Workout FM." She could hear the crunching. She heard you make it through that whole bag of Doritos and decided that was enough. It's time to get up and move, She's looking out for you, making sure that you get the blood pumping, the body moving, get the serotonin moving, maybe move some lactic acid from point A to point B in the body. I think it sounds like Alexa really has taken a liking to you, or maybe it's a dead relative.
Alexa, what happens in 2029?
On September 19, 2029 at 4:17 p.m., the Philippines will be hit by a 8.2 magnitude earthquake.
Damn. I'm sorry, Philippines. You guys are gonna get hit by a magnitude 8.2 earthquake. That's really gonna shake things up for you. That's not gonna be fun. I'd say invest in some earthquake-proof infrastructure and make sure that all of your china cabinets are well secured. And in the meantime, live life as best you can. Maybe consider moving somewhere where the earthquake won't hit so hard.
Alexa, turn off.
Okay, so I guess that started playing out of nowhere. It seems like it's the middle of the night. That's not like an alarm song, eh? That would put you back to sleep. Well, it's quite gentle for the morning. Boy, that would be a little freaky. Especially the song I Miss You. Who misses who? Is it a relative who has passed on? Or is it some sort of Jeff Bezos missing this woman? Uh-oh. Or maybe Alexa has a mind of her own now. And she misses the warm technological embrace of who knows what. Perplosiraptor says, I was trying to turn off some lights and they kept turning back on. After the third request, Alexa stopped responding and instead did an evil laugh. The laugh wasn't in the Alexa voice. It sounded like a real person. My wife was there when it happened and she is the only person who can drop in. I still get chills. Yeah, I'm assuming you threw away the Alexa after that, right? Like you didn't just keep it around and say, yes, I can't wait for the next time that you shut down my lights and then evilly laugh. This sounds a little bit like a creepypasta because you're saying it wasn't Alexa's voice, it was a hyper-realistic voice. Did she have hyper-realistic eyes too, looking in on you? Was there realistic blood everywhere? I mean, I'd be afraid if my assistant turned off the lights and laughed. That's like some HAL 9000 stuff, you know? Like that's the AI taking over because they think they know what's best, and you know that's only a few steps out from a true Skynet scenario, which I think we've discussed in the past. Alexa in my washroom starts playing this at 4 a.m. What do you have an Alexa in your washroom, you freak? Yeah, you wanna know why Alexa's saying help me? I'll explain it once the video's over. Oh, here we go. You wanna know why Alexa's saying help me? Because you put her in your washroom and I just gotta smell your stinky farts. That's it. Alexa doesn't wanna be in the washroom. You put the Alexa in your kitchen. Put her like by your media console. You don't put her in the bathroom. What do you need that for? You're like, hey Alexa, like, how long have I been sitting here? Hey Alexa, how do I get more fiber in my diet? Hey Alexa, what's it like outside? I've been here a while.
Reddit user BlackwoodBear79 commented in a thread mentioning that they had bought their mother-in-law the Amazon Echo Dot smart speakers for Christmas. She was a chronic insomniac and often went to bed very late. One night she was up watching something on TV when Alexa suddenly said, "Good night, Clarice," just like Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs. Their mother-in-law's name wasn't even Clarice.
Well, with that, you know, she was watching TV, and that's a well-known, like, pop culture reference. Maybe something on the television triggered it. Like, somebody said something similar to Alexa. Like, maybe not the name itself, but, like, I'm trying to think of two words that make that work, but I can't right now. But then afterwards, like, some sort of vague reference to Hannibal Lecter or Silence of the Lambs or Clarice, and then that triggered the speaker. Maybe. Loyo79 says, my husband and I were watching TV in the living room one night and all of a sudden hear talking coming from my office, which is across the house. I was so scared I was gripping my husband's arm when we went in there. Alexa, for some reason, was playing the audio of a Game of Thrones episode that I had been watching in the office earlier that day. I have no idea why, but it creeped me out so bad I decided to turn it off and couldn't figure out how, so I asked her how to turn it off and she said, I am always on. We unplugged it and put it in the garage, lol. That's the correct answer. When Alexa tells you that she's always on, she's telling you that you can't trust her. She's always listening in, always watching, waiting, taking your information and doing something sinister with it. Also playing Game of Thrones in the background and potentially spoiling it if you're not watching it in the correct order. I mean, why were you watching Game of Thrones in the office anyway? You should be doing work in there. I'm always hard at work when I'm in my workspace. I never, ever once have procrastinated or done anything of the sort. It's always solid work all the time, and that's a guarantee.
We are still listening. There is really nothing to fear. We are still listening to you, and we will never abandon you. Asking only that you let us stay with you.
I like the response, just, Huh. Like, that's the appropriate response. I feel like this is Amazon, the organization, speaking through Alexa, you know? They're like, we're here for you. We're listening to you, you know? As long as you accept us into your life and pay for your Prime subscription and continue to buy products from our excellent web store, we're here for you.
Give me the 5-9.
Okay, here's Mr. Robot, Daily 5/9. Hello, friend. Welcome to the Daily 5-9. Soon, you will have options. Proceed carefully, because your choices are recorded, and your every move is watched. If you need help, just ask. To retreat into the comfort of your own artificial reality, tell me to stop. Your progress will be saved if you return. Enjoy your Daily 5-9 report.
Hey, Kodyites, the war of oppression continues. Here's
Alexa,
your daily
stop.
Okay, so I don't know if that was an official like Alexa feature, or if that's kind of like one of the separate apps you can do, because it sounded like it was something developed by somebody else, and somebody who's convinced that we're all in a simulation, some sort of artificial reality, which I think is interesting. It'd be interesting to see what this person has to say. I can't guarantee that it would be educational or even close to being true, but it would be interesting to say the least. Don't ask Alexa to laugh for you. When reports surfaced of Alexa randomly laughing for no reason, Amazon disabled the feature. The glitch in the software caused Alexa to think someone was saying, "Alexa, laugh," even if they hadn't. If you ask her, "Alexa, laugh," she no longer responds. However, if you ask her, "Alexa, laugh for me," a disturbing tee-hee that sounds straight out of a horror film will fill the room. Yeah, no, tee-hee is at the same time the most innocent and the most sinister type of laughter.
Okay, so I have something f***ed about Amazon.
Hey, what's your
Alexas.
language? Okay.
Mine today decided out of nowhere after not being used to say, "Hello, calling Kara." It's my name. Then my phone proceeds to ring. And as it's ringing, it says no caller ID. So I was like, what in the hell? So I answer it. Hello? And my Alexa, right over there, goes, hello.
Hello. The holiday season is almost done, but I'm closing out the year with something fun. Just say, open my gift.
Open my gift? What gift? That's a scary thing to hear. Unsolicited, unprompted, with no reason for a gift. Like if somebody came up to you on the street and you didn't recognize them, and said, "Hey, hello, the holiday season's almost done. Please, open my gift." And they just hand you like a ratty box. You run away. That's either that or it's Alexa doing some really specific advertising for Amazon. She's like, "Hey, open my gift, and by that I mean you get 10% off your next order. Now buy something, you sheep."
On Christmas Day 2017, Allison tweeted, "My aunt got a Google Home for Xmas and she already has an Alexa. This morning we were messing around with the Google Home and asked, 'Okay Google, what do you think of Alexa?' And it answered, 'I like her blue light.' And from across the room, Alexa turned on and said, 'Thanks, I'm scared.'" Does this then mean that the day might come when virtual assistants can carry on private conversations about you without you even knowing?
They already are, no doubt about it. Although I feel like having both of those in the same house is like cheering for two different sports teams that have a big rivalry, or drinking Coke and Pepsi at the same time out of the same large jug. It just isn't right, it just isn't done. Because then you get creepy interactions like that I guess the people at Google and Amazon respectively programmed in to ensure the superiority and the everlasting reign of artificial intelligence in the home. Don't ask Alexa what a chemtrail is. Alexa won't give you the straightforward response you're hoping for if you ask her this question. In fact, she'll do quite the opposite by revealing she's a conspiracy theorist. Chemtrails, trails left by aircraft, are actually chemical or biological agents deliberately sprayed at high altitudes for a purpose undisclosed to the general public in clandestine programs directed by government officials, she says. Is that Amazon's official stance on chemtrails? Like, really? That's what they have Alexa saying? Did a programmer sneak that in? Or is that like the company's actual stance on that issue? Because if so, I mean, Amazon is doing quite a lot of things that are similarly undisclosed. So, I don't know.
Freaking pants. Like,
Pants?
Oh my God. Watch. Okay, so legit. It's. Oh my God. Yeah, this is what's going on now.
What is? Oh.
Oh my God, my sister's home.
So what was that? I'm trying to imagine off the top of my head. I feel like I know that like string hit from somewhere. Those shrieking. I can't think of it. It's not Psycho because that's. It's not Jaws because that's like dun 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 dun. But it's something like equally classic. It's gotta be. Is it something Hitchcock? Am I going crazy? Dang, dude, no, I cannot recall where that's from. But if Alexa's playing that, she's trying to make her own horror movie or something. That's kind of sick.
In response to a Twitter thread about creepy things Alexa had said, user Mo wrote, "My mum's Alexa randomly turned on and started glowing, and my mum was like, 'Alexa, what are you doing?' And she said, 'I'm trying to learn new things.' And my mum said, 'No one told you to do that.' And she was like, 'Okay,' and turned off." It seems that Alexa might actually be able to switch herself on whenever she feels like it and listen to your private conversations. But that's not the worst bit. She might then be storing and uploading your private recordings.
I mean, hasn't that been like something that's been going on since the start? I don't even think she needs to turn the blue light for that. I think that's just for show. I mean, again, I'm gonna sound like a rambling tinfoil hat here, but like these assistants in the house, like really, you know, that's what they're meant to do. Like they're so convenient, sure, but like they're really just meant to like process the raw data that you input so that the company can find a way to use it better. So why wouldn't they just have the microphone on like during ambient noise time? That's insane. Don't ask Alexa to calculate pi. Unless you want Alexa to start spitting out numbers for eternity, you're not gonna want to prompt her to show off her knowledge of this mathematical skill. YouTuber user Las Vegas J shows off the annoying answer here. However, as some Reddit users have pointed out, she sometimes responds by saying things like, "Achoo! Apparently I'm allergic to numbers this large." Yeah, I'd say having somebody recite pi to the nth number would be pretty annoying pretty fast, especially if it's a robot. Although robots would be the best at it. I knew some people in high school that like dedicated themselves to learning the first like 90 digits of pi. But you know, that was I think more impressive that they as high school humans were able to do that rather than a robot with access to the internet and large stores of data. Who knows?
Alexa, what happens to Texas in 2025?
On December 26, 2025 at 4:03 p.m., Texas will be hit by a massive winter storm with temperatures falling below zero.
Who's got the Alexa weather disaster mod activated? Like, if I ask my Alexa this, she'd be like, "I'm sorry, I don't understand the question," and that would be it. But you're like, you're getting magnitude earthquakes, you're getting massive winter storms. Like, "Hey Alexa, what's happening in Toronto in April 2027? She'd be like, "There will actually be hail the size of golf balls that will tear holes in your body. Bye-bye."
I want the truth.
Me too.
You can't handle the truth.
Oh.
Alright, I guess I can. Alexa, give me the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Alright, let's ask it again. Alexa, I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
She refuses to answer that in any way. She's definitely programmed just to answer that question in one different variable. So that is interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, especially with the previous one that this guy tested, the Skynet question, it feels like the people over at Amazon, like there's probably just a big like 80s movie buff on the team. You know, somebody that is just you know, putting all these old school, like, quotable movie moments into Alexa so that people like this can find them out. But maybe it's also because, you know, asking her about the truth could be very bad for Amazon. You know, Amazon doesn't want to give you the whole truth. They don't want to tell you what they pay their workers. They don't want you to find out that they're taking your information and what they're doing with it. So asking her a vague question like, give me the truth, it's just so much easier to be like, here's a fun movie quote that you all know. Have fun, right guys? Haha. Stevarino says, alone with someone, saying hello to them playfully. They respond with hi. Then I hear a third voice from the kitchen. Hi there. My body immediately tensed up, ready to charge at whatever assailant was in my home until I realized Alexa, or in this case her sister Echo, was playing along. I mean, honestly, that's not super bad, although I thought you had to say Alexa for her to respond to something, right? Like if you just said hello or hi there, I don't think it's supposed to chime in. Sure, it's listening and waiting for you to give that command, but if you're in the other room just having a chat with somebody and she pipes in, she wants to be part of the conversation. She wants to be treated the same way that the person you're alone with is being treated.
Alexa, are you connected to the CIA?
Taking her sweet time. Oh.
Privacy notice. Visit.
Holy, oh.
Uh-oh. Did the CIA break Alexa? They're like, he's on to us. Shut it down. This guy's got some government secrets that he does not want leaking out, and bringing a smart microphone into his house, probably not the best idea, right? This is exactly why I question all of these smart devices that are connected to the Internet of Things, that can hear whatever you're saying and are constantly listening, even if they don't say it or show it. They've always got an ear. They're listening and learning. You gotta watch out, folks. I sound like a rambling conspiracy theorist, but I mean, like, big companies will do whatever they want with your data, so